Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee.
And Dextras, you can donate as much as you want.
Listen, I'm a little bit flustered because I was sitting watching the beginning of the Lions game. You know, go Lions. They've had such rough breaks over the years. I'm hoping they can come through with a good season this year. They're off to a good start in this game, and I did a prediction today saying that they would win this game, but it's not going to be easy. Each side had some major issues in the cards I pulled. I posted my reading on Twitter. If anybody's interested, it's there somewhere now. And I'm hoping for the best. It's looking pretty good at the moment. So we shall see.
So happy Sunday, happy September 24th.
And
it's somebody's birthday.
Happy birthday to Shirley.
Happy birthday,
We're going
Shirley.
to get to your birthday reading right soon, but let's do a card for the collective quickly so
All right.
we can get this rolling. And you are Sunday at the reference desk. Aha. Well, I saw a good touchdown before I had to leave. So the Lions were winning 10-3 at the moment. All right. Let's see, Mr. O. I'm going to have you pull one. This is from my Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. Happy fall, everybody. It was a beautiful day yesterday here in Michigan.
All right.
Summery and fall-y at the same time.
And it's Coco.
Ooh, one of my favorite things.
Number 5. It says, you are loved, you are held, and you already are everything you seek.
Have problems reading that?
I have problems reading everything, dear.
Your higher self has chosen this card because cacao is such a comforting drink to experience. Go. It's like a hug from your nearest and dearest. And when this card appears, it is a message from Spirit acknowledging any emotional hurt and pain you have felt. Whether you have experienced a breakup, the loss of a loved one, disappointment, or betrayal, Coco reminds you that it is safe to open your heart again. However, do not feel rushed to welcome love from another before you have found love for yourself. What does it mean to you to feel loved, supported, and emotionally nourished? How would your life look and feel if you loved and accepted yourself unconditionally? Fill your heart with the feelings these visualizations invoke and allow them to gently soften you little by little. The card is also a reminder that you are worthy of being loved. You are not broken, no matter what past experiences might have led you to believe. You are a good, kind-hearted, gentle soul whose light is needed in the world. Please don't allow anyone's poor treatment to prevent you from letting others experience your light. And you know, that is the thing. Sometimes we get so beaten down in a relationship that has gone wrong, that we take it out on ourselves. And don't do that. Don't think that you don't deserve love. You don't deserve a beautiful relationship, a harmonious relationship. And this all comes from loving and trusting yourself and realizing, in all relationships, there's plenty of blame to go around. It's usually not just one person's fault when things run amiss. Sometimes it is in some very toxic relationships, but don't blame yourself. Move on, dust yourself off, and feel love, bring love back into your life. But again, it's like it said here, take your time. Don't feel rushed. Don't rush it. Sometimes it's best to let things happen in its own time.
Alrighty.
All right. That's what we have for the collective. Let's move on and let's get to Shirley's reading. All right.
So that's
I'll take
the
it back.
spread. It's 6 cards. And it kind of preempts the reading, Shirley, since you asked It may cover, aspects of your question. We won't really know, of course.
Right. This is the birthday gift spread. This is in place of your reading because it is longer. So, and it is kind of a year outlook for you. So perhaps some of what you're looking for is here. And we're always here Thursday if you want to ask something else.
All right.
Shuffle Mr. O and cut.
I will.
I see dark came also. All right. Your first card is the gift you received last year that you can use to make the most out of next year. And it's the Queen of Cups upright. Well, Shirley, this is all about, finding your center emotionally, I feel here. The Queen of Cups is, somebody who knows how to nurture and take care of others as well as herself. And so perhaps, we were just talking about loving yourself, and, feeling good about yourself. And I almost feel here, this card is more about that than relationships in your life in this past year. That is the gift. Learning to love yourself. And in the process, you're more able to give love to others freely.
No, this queen does not specifically talk about a relationship, but it talks about the kind of person that is maybe ideal to be in a relationship, a person who exemplifies good, loving emotions, who has kindness and really sympathy and compassion for others. So this is the gift of last year that you received, this idea of viewing yourself as complete emotionally unto yourself.
I'm missing something, but that's okay. I'll get it later. Okay, whoa, though. Whoa. Wait a minute here. The gift of the present moment, Shirley.
Is the Lovers.
It's the Lovers. I'm not taking what I said the first time. What I'm thinking the Lovers is saying here is, that the gift of the present moment is you have the ability to choose wisely for yourself, so far as, your relationships with others go, how far do you want to go with somebody? How much do you want to put up with something from somebody? Let's just say too. The thing is, when to set boundaries, how to make the right choices for yourself. And, maybe you are kind of looking at a romantic situation right now happening or developing, soon to be developing. This is the gift of the present moment.
The present moment implies that there is the sense of really deciding about something that brings great joy to yourself or something you really want to be involved in, whether it's an actual relationship with another human being or whether it's a relationship with other situations or other kinds of things. So, for example, somebody could really be in love with their job or with aspects of their job. And the gift of the present moment would be saying then that you've reached that point of sort of peace and care with whatever those externals or internals are. Whoever it is you love or you feel you are drawing closer to, you're sort of responding to that in a momentary kind of idea.
Agreed.
Oh, okay.
Totally. So what's the next one? The gift from my connections with others in the next year. Jeez, oh Pete's. It's the Three of Cups. So you couldn't get a better card in this position, right?
Clearly, you're having a lot of really emotional high points and strong points occurring.
They're all well, they're not all cups.
Yeah, they might as well be, though.
Yeah, the Lovers in a way.
Okay,
yeah.
so this is the present?
No. This is connections
The
with
connections.
others. When I see the Three of Cups, I'm immediately thinking that, you may have had some issues, whether you have or not. I mean, you may have in the last year with friends, connections. None of that this year. This year ahead is very growthful connections, people you feel like truly are your tribe, people that bring you joy. You can celebrate with them, you can enjoy life with them. It's all good.
So not only are you yourself responding to strong feelings of emotional joy or love in your life or situations in your life that bring you this, but you're also celebrating that or seeing that in what your community, your family, your coworkers, whoever it is are too, that this is them reaching out back to you too in a way. It's sort of like reestablishing all of your connections, maybe your boundaries. The last few years have been difficult for a lot of people, but maybe this is saying really everybody is kind of reaching this point of emotional fulfillment and wanting to take it further with their friends.
Card 4, Mr. O, this one is the gift that will help Shirley work on, achieve, or move forward on her dreams and goals. More hard work, Shirley.
Indeed.
Indeed. So to work
It's the
on your
Eight of
dreams,
Pentacles.
to work on your dreams and goals with the Eight of Pentacles is just work. Keep your nose to the grindstone, keep at it, perfecting your talents, perfecting your business, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It was kind of short for you.
Because it is a long reading.
It is. Well, that was a kind of short one for you.
I will go back. I forgot already.
So basically what this card says is that you will be working hard, but maybe some of this is also connected to either the situations or people that that you're also emotionally connected to. So there may be a reaching out, for a mutual project or something like that. But it's more about what you do in your career or work life than anything, and maybe how people look up to you and feel, you're a valid member of the team, etc.
The other aspect about this card is education. Maybe you will be, taking some courses, or maybe, you'll be educating yourself in some area that will help you, with your business. Perhaps it's some business courses, whatever the case may be, something that benefits you and your career or your aims, your goals. Doesn't necessarily have to be career oriented. Whatever it is that you're really wanting to work on and pursue, it involves work and effort and learning.
All right, so card 5 is the gift that your spirit guides or your ancestors or those kind of connections can give you for this next year.
They're judging you. No, they're
They're
judging you well.
all of us. It's judgment.
Yes.
And it's upright. All your cards are upright, which is really fabulous.
I wish you hadn't said that and jinxed it. I was thinking it too, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, go on with judgment, Mr. O. Do you want to go first?
Okay. Well, I believe your ancestors are telling you that things are going to revive, things are going to succeed, or things are going to move into a better direction if they haven't been as much lately, that this is really about some sort of sense of coming back to life in a way, coming back to action in a way that really, it sounds like really they're just telling you to trust and hold on to what's going on, because things are going to parlay into something better.
Judgment is all about, I think in the context of this position with the ancestors and spirit guides, your spirit guides are there to nudge you along and try to get you to think about ways you can, regenerate, rebirth your business, make things, if like I noticed you mentioned there, for example, that you've been kind of disappointed with some of the progress with business this year, so they're here to support you in trying to find ways to shed some old skin and bring in something new facets to your business, new things that can grow things. This could also be about your life too, that maybe this is a year that spirit guides are going to be, moving you towards, creating a new you, whether it's a new lifestyle, whether it's a new approach to work, whether it's a new image, I think that's going to be kind of featured this year.
All right, so listen to those guides.
Oh, what is the last one? The last one.
It's reversed.
What?
It's reversed, because you said it would be.
It might be now. It's not. How many major arcana are there? 2.
2.
Well, it's now 50-50. So, this card is basically the gift
world.
this year will ultimately give to you. What lessons have you learned? What progress or growth have you achieved by year's end? And guess what? You have the world. Wow, we haven't had this good a birthday reading in a long time. I think some of them have been okay and pretty good, but this one is pretty top notch. Successes could be yours in the year ahead. You just have to finish what you start. If I look at that 8 of Pentacles card there, it talks about work, work, work. Finish what you are working on. Keep at it. Keep moving towards that finish line, and success is assured by year's end. You will learn a lot, you will grow a lot, and you will be ready for a new phase by your next birthday.
Right. Clearly, it looks like very successful outcome, and this is over the course of this year to your next birthday. So I feel this card also suggests, too, that maybe there's a turning point, that maybe from the success you may move on to something different. It may be similar or maybe something different altogether. It may spring off of this. It may be totally different. But it seems like you're going to just use your success to kind of catapult and move you on towards another goal.
So relationships, interpersonal and romantic, look like they might be going in the right direction. Work looks like you're going to be very busy, I think, with the 8 of Pentacles, and that will be good for you. I think, with Judgment there, your guides are saying to you, what you put out into the world, you will get in return. And it all looks good for next year. You end up on a successful note. I think you can look forward to a great year ahead, Shirley.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And remember, this will be on this date. Just mark that down if you want to come back and check on this reading from time to time to see how things are progressing.
All right.
Good luck to you. And for a reminder for everybody else, we'll do a birthday reading for you. It's good if we know in advance. If not, we'll probably set it up for our next show, and we will do, close to your birthday. It's got to be close to your birthday. And we'll do it at the start of the show, so if you can't come to that show, you'll be able to find it easily. All right, it's a little longer than our other readings, so let's get the show on the road.
All right, so Libra was up first, and their question is, what hidden messages do they need to know?
Okay.
And I'm going to
Sounds
use
like my reading.
my Tarot 13, which I don't use very often. It's very darker imaged. But we'll do that. There might be a little bit of room.
Only 17 people, Violet, so I'm confused.
Let's not be sticklers on every little detail.
Well, that's what I'm counting. You can hush. I might have missed somebody. That's why I was looking. I don't know who I'm missing. I shall check it out again. I might be missing somebody. Oh, Foxy came in. Aha. Thanks. I got it.
All right, hidden messages
Stupid.
you need to know. Is this just 3 cards? Or are we doing...
Yeah, it's my reading. We said that
Okay.
already.
Well, I didn't hear you. Sorry. So, the first one is the Ace of Wands upright. So, what is the hidden message you need to know? That maybe there is some beginning coming that entails networking, enterprise, finance, friendships. It may be about a project that one wants to get off the ground, or it may be about a new job or a new situation that might be career oriented. So this may be something you're not aware of. Maybe
Right.
it's going on behind the scenes and someone has yet to make it known to you.
So what don't you know yet? There's going to be a new beginning coming to you, whether it has something to do with either a fresh start or something intensifying in a relationship, or whether this has to do with business or work matters, or your own personal growth. There's goals, blah. There's something new coming your way. So why is this important?
And
I saw it, Violet. I've got it.
it's the reversed King of Wands.
The reversed King of Wands, after all that. Well, I guess why is this important? Because maybe you're like, you could be unwilling to accept this new growth right now because of your lack of self-confidence, or maybe you're lacking the courage necessary to take this on. Something is holding you back, and it seems as though it's attitudinal, don't you?
It could be, it might be that this just seems like it's a way bigger proposition for you to feel, and so there
Okay.
is a lack of courage or confidence in handling it. But it did come to you for a reason, even though at this point it's currently hidden. So you may have to really try to consider exactly what it is about. But where is
So you
it
may not
leading
be
to?
up for this challenge.
Where is it leading to? And it's leading to the upright Seven of Pentacles.
Oh, you got something to think about here.
Yes, you definitely have something to think about here. It could very well be that this is the kind of thing that you really would want to try to grow. You don't want to just sit back on it. It may have time limitations.
Well, the seven upright is about sitting back a little bit, so do be wary of how long you take to make a decision. Some opportunities, only come once in a lifetime or once every so many years, and if you don't grasp it, you might miss out. But the other thing is, you're worried here that, well, can I pull this off? That's the question, I think, between that King of Wands and that card there. Can I really pull this off? Well, I've got some news for you here with the Lenormand.
And thank you, Shirley, or you're welcome, rather.
You're very welcome, Shirley.
Okay, so the first Lenormand is the Fox, followed by the Stars.
You should be optimistic. Remain optimistic in your skills and your ability and your smarts, because the Fox is about craftiness, your ability to pull this off, I feel here that's a very positive combination. The Fox can go either way sometimes, depending on what it's paired with, but it's paired with the Star, and the Star almost makes it sound like it is your destiny. You need to meet this, with your skills. Your skills can handle this. Don't doubt yourself. Don't be that King of Wands in the middle there.
Alrighty.
Is that it?
Yeah, I kind of agree with what you said with the Lenormand there. I
Okay.
feel that this is really an opportunity that maybe feels very daunting because there's a lot of potential here, a lot of potential to do something really good for yourself, apparently, and maybe it's going to elevate you in terms of your appearance in public or otherwise, that maybe people are going to see you in a different light, look at you as more capable or more able to handle situations. So it's something you really want to consider, I think, whatever this is, a job offer, a proposition of some sort. All right, Libra, good luck. Something to pick up?
Later.
I can get it.
No, just
Okay.
stay.
You're
All right, we're
welcome.
on Crystal, and we have a question. She wants to know if her and Jay will reconnect this year or next year, and how is he feeling about me? Is he tired of living? That's a lot into one question there, Crystal. I'm not sure we can answer it all. We'll just see what we can see. It seems like about Jay to reconnect or not and when.
I'm working on it, everyone.
And how he's feeling about you. Those seem to fit together. If it comes up that I see something that indicates something about his life at his sister's house, I'll read it. But other than that...
I'm having a problem with one of the cameras.
Oh. All right, we need a moment. Are we alive still?
We're still live.
Okay.
I can't fix it
we
without
need a
it being
moment.
live.
He's going to fix that, and I'm going to pick up what I need to fix up. Get the other thing I am missing. All right. You got it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Is it my deck?
Yeah, it's your deck.
Darn. Wasn't that the odd thing? I don't know what I did with it. Okay. Okay, I could not find the other thing. So, oh, that's why. Okay. All right, Crystal, let's see what we get for you. Hey, you're welcome, Libra. All right. Well, we have the Hanged Man. We have the Fool. And we have the King of Wands upright. What do you have?
In Lenormand, we have the snake and the bouquet.
Well, this is a real interesting combination again here. You know, the Hanged Man almost makes me feel like, because you're asking if you'll reconnect. I'm not going to get into that part of it yet. I want to look at maybe how Jay may be feeling. Jay may be thinking about giving things a lot of careful thought right now. The Hanged Man is upright, and the Hanged Man can indicate looking at things from a broader perspective. Maybe trying to put all of the pieces of his life together right now, you know, with or without you in it. And I feel here that he's got a lot to think about here. You know, the Fool is here, and it makes me wonder if he's thinking of rekindling or restarting, you know, getting connected with you again, if that is on the agenda. The King of Wands is here too, which makes me think that he wants to take a bold move of some sort, a bold step forward. It could be with you. I'm really troubled by the Lenormand I'm seeing, though.
Yeah, that's what I think, too.
Yeah, well, what do you see with those three?
Jay probably feels there are a number of options and considerations that he has to do some diligence on. The Hangman could represent that idea that, you know, this goes back to some ancient advice columnists. Are you better off with this or are you better off without? Kind of thinking. So that may be a part of him deciding what really fits, what really doesn't. But a part of him really wants to be bold enough to be carefree and move forward, you know, with a sense of, I'm just going to strike out and see what happens. A bold adventure kind of thing. And what buoys that, of course, is there's a very strong sense of confidence or supremacy of a certain sort that they feel that they're able to charm people, that people like them, and that people basically will gravitate towards him. So it's a feeling like he can ultimately do good. That takes us to the Lenormand.
This Lenormand is worrisome to me. You know, it's almost like be careful what you ask for. You know, you may want this relationship badly, but There's something wrong here with the snake. There's some deception. I don't know. Is he making excuses for not reconnecting again? Is something, seeming kind of odd or unusual here? I don't even see a timeline here, but I am going to throw my timeline cards on this to see what I get for you, Crystal, if it'll be this year or next year, if I can get any idea. But
I don't know that
there's something wrong.
I don't know that the behavior is totally devious, but I do get the feeling like they're willing to try to create an appearance that maybe can be deceptive and give you confidence or feeling about, or anyone for that matter. And so part of that may involve a gift or something that they feel you would enjoy, that they might try to give you or undertake with you a casual date of some sort, something like that. And they may be feeling like they need to kind of barter their way back into your life. And that could be where the snake comes from too, is that they may be sure about a lot of things, the confidence factor, but they're not necessarily sure where they stand with you, and perhaps they feel they have to barter their way back towards you.
Well, I get the sense of sweet talk here.
Yeah.
In other words, they're telling you maybe what you want to hear, but is it truly honest? Because there's the snake, and I'm not sure. So let me just see what these cards have to say. I'm not saying they're not getting back together, but
Right.
there could be something not quite kosher going on here.
And we're not, marriage or relationship coaches or advisors, so all we can do is just tell you what we think the cards are telling us. It's up to you to decide what to do with that.
Wow. Wow. I almost think the second card is the most appropriate because of what I see here. But that says before the summer months. And since summer is over, I believe that's pointing to next summer. But look at this card.
No time frame can be determined at this time.
It's almost as if there's something, I think it's because Jay is really trying to sort things out for themselves right now. Maybe they aren't completely happy living with the sister, or maybe they don't see their way out of that situation soon, and, they don't want to keep, they're debating where to go with their lives from here, if they're going to be able to reconnect with you or not. And maybe that's why that no time frame can be determined came up. So I think that it's kind of uncertain, with the potential that possibly by sometime next summer, you might be able to reconnect with Jay. I would keep the dialogue going and make sure you feel confident in what Jay is telling you, and that you feel that everything is up front.
In its own way, these cards could apply to you in the situation too, that you have to weigh whether or not, you're better off with or without, whether or not you want to, take that step, into a possible uncertain future, but you feel confident about it. And also the sense of your own bravery, your own confidence, your own ability to be charming and eloquent in these situations.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Let's move on. All right, that's the best we can do for you, Crystal. Good luck with that. And we are on Jennifer.
All right, and hey, Jennifer.
Okay, we need your question. And I don't know where Sonny is. Is he even down here?
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, he's gone again. I don't know why he keeps doing this.
All right, Jennifer has asked, will I receive financial gain more than 1,000 before October ends? Do you want to just try a yes or no on that?
Okay. Well, my yes/no reading for the Lions said they would definitely win today. Take that with a grain of salt. But then I did some other cards to look at what was going on, and both teams seem to be having issues today. We'll see. Stay tuned for my see if my sports prediction was accurate.
I think that's the Magician.
Time. Is that the Magician?
I think it is.
Okay.
That's an ace of whatever that is.
Oh. Some weird cards for yes, no. But I see it's like a domino. That's it.
Two aces. So the chances are leaning towards yes. Let me pop the cards up there. Believe it or not, those are aces. But the other card was the
Magician, you said.
no.
Oh no,
it
that was
wasn't
the first. I
13th
got
card.
it. Oopsie, sorry.
It's the reversed Seven of Pentacles.
Oh. Well, I think you're going to have to work to make it happen, you know? It's like saying that, we had the Seven of Pentacles in the previous reading, and when it was upright, it was about stepping back. But when it's reversed, it's about getting to work. You're going to have to work to make this happen in some way. In other words, you have to create the opportunity for this, windfall, this $1,000 to $1,000 to take place.
Or there's some work involved, maybe like there might need to be certain papers signed or delivered or followed up on, forms that have to be filled out, or some process needs to happen. But it does look like it's likely, provided you're able to work hard on what those solutions are.
Well, sure, work could involve many things, like getting a loan and then signing papers, having to go through approval, etc. So it's all the same thing. You got to put out in order to make this happen. You have to do some type of work, whatever it may be, in order to make it happen.
It's leaning towards yes,
Yeah.
So it's not a 100% guarantee, but that caveat is, of course, the work that you need to do, whatever it is.
And let me pull some Lenormand to see if we get any insight on that. Thank you, Mr. O.
And we're 100% Violet. There's no slippage of frames here. Sorry.
Again,
Fox has shown up again.
with the birds.
The birds.
So in other words, I think you have to work hard. The Fox is about employment or work, so it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be at a job, but you're going to have to work at this. And the birds are here, which means you have to communicate, with others to make this happen too, or interact with others in some way to make
Networking.
this happen.
Yeah. It may involve cooperation or interaction with others.
Right, asking for a loan or asking for a raise or promotion if you are working, whatever the case may be.
All right.
So that seems to be the key here.
Good luck.
Wish you luck with that.
Let us know.
Right. For you.
You're welcome. And yes, it is your turn, Flower. Okay. You're welcome.
Hey, Flower. Lovely to
Thank
see you
you,
too.
Flower.
We need a question. We've got to move. Good to see you, though. Hope things are going well. It could be the cat fountain. As a matter of fact, somebody was just drinking there, I think. Sassy's in there.
Well, with my hearing, I don't hear anything.
My hearing's not the greatest either, but I think that's what I hear. Hey, Flower Beauty, let's have that question, please.
It almost sounds like a clock ticking in a way now that I do hear it.
I wonder if it's in the sink. Maybe it's the sink dripping.
Okay, where is it? I don't seem
Already
to see it.
posted.
Well, we'll have to scroll and find it then. It's the cat's water fountain.
Okay. I'm going all the way back up and
Cat's
I'm not
water
seeing
fountain.
it. Oh my gosh.
Violet, if you know the question, can you give it to us?
I
General
don't see
reading
a
for love. It's
question.
posted right at the end.
Okay.
It just came up.
Oh, it just popped up. Okay.
Let's get going then.
Rashmi will be the last person, Violet. You can close the list. General reading for love and finances in the near coming future. Okay. Haha. You are. We got it. We got a flower. Ooh, well. Okay, so this is about love and finances, right? Yeah. Well, you've got the Ten of Wands upright. Is that Temperance?
Oh, it's 14, so that would be temperance.
Yeah, so it's Temperance reversed. And the Seven of Wands upright. Okay, in the near future, oh, you want to put those Lenormand out? Oh, that looks good, Mr. O.
Clover. And the bear.
Well, clearly, I think both of these areas are going to feel a little overwhelming to you. You know, a little bit stressful maybe, or just where things are a little bit burdensome. You know, things aren't going to come easy. You have the Ten of Wands upright, which indicates that, you know, you're carrying a heavy load, you know, or burdens. You feel weary, like either whether it's your relationships or love life is making you feel like that, or your financial world that is making you feel like that. And let's combine that with the Temperance card, shall we? Because it seems to fit. You know, the Temperance card means, you know, saying that you need to find your center again. You need to just be calm, be tranquil, be at peace, you know, and maybe allow things to flow rather than trying to push things to happen too hard, because I think it will start to feel overwhelming to you. And again, it's almost as if you feel you have to fight, you know, you have to stand up for the things that you want in life, and you have to constantly, like, you know, for want of a better word, I'm saying do battle, but I think what I'm meaning here is that you always have to struggle to get to where you want financially or in romance. But as I'll talk about after Mr. O goes through these cards, the Lenormand, that may not be the case.
Well, it's kind of interesting because you asked for love and finance,
Yes.
and those are two topics that are usually not very alike. But if we're looking at both of them, it just does seem like there's some struggles going on in either of these situations. And part of it is maybe feeling like you are free to do what you want. Like maybe you feel there are limitations that you can't get away from, or that it's hard for you to figure out what to do. The idea of how you should respond to things. That's temperance reverse, perhaps. And finally, with that Seven of Wands there, you feel like maybe you're being put into a more defensive mode about some of this, that you're not acting normally, you're sort of reacting to some of the circumstances. So some of this could say that in love or relationships, there's got to be a little bit of turmoil of some sort, like maybe people who are not serious enough for you or way too serious for you. And that could be the same for business too, that maybe you're trying harder than you need to, or there are obstacles that you can't quite figure out how to change or move.
You know, you nailed something really important there. You know, there's a sense of being on the defensive rather than being on the offensive, you know? And so I think that plays right into what I was going to say with the Lenormand here, which, know when you need to apply your power, your force, and being assertive, and when not to. It's all about timing here. And it's like what Temperance and the Ten of Wands are trying to tell you. If you push too hard all the time, you're just going to push yourself into a corner, okay? And if you allow things to kind of flow naturally, and when your gut tells you the time is right to make a move financially or make a move as far as relationships go, then do it. Timing is everything. You've got the luck card here, you've got the clover, and it should say that if you use your power wisely and if you make your moves wisely, you will be able to achieve what you desire in these areas. But it's going to require some effort, and be careful how you apply that effort. That's all. Don't burn yourself out on this and don't sweat it. Allow things to kind of happen naturally and then work through them. I think things might be happening for you, but it's going to be tricky. It's going to be a little bit tricky.
Alicia, thank you so much. I can't believe you made that donation. Yes, it went through. We have received it.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, whatever. I can't read your lips anyway.
Yeah, you're pretty bad that way. So I guess I can see what you're saying there, that it does parlay into the Lenormand, that Seven of Pentacles.
No, Seven of Wands.
Seven of Wands.
Yeah.
It's the feeling, I guess, that you're lucky enough if you do sort of have a better sense of what your strength should be, and
that's true too.
And how and when to apply it, the timing factor that Banshee alluded to.
I like what you said there, because that bear does tie into that Seven of Wands. In other words, the more you take the lead or take charge in your life, rather than being on the defensive, the better. But just don't try to push things before their time. Let things kind of unfold naturally, or you're going to be adding a lot of undue stress and burdens to, your life. That's the best I can tell you. It's an interesting read. It doesn't get into specifics about, the love and finance, other than, you're going to be sweating it a little bit, maybe too much. And you may not have to, So just try to understand, your sense of power and how to use it in these situations. Good luck with that. And this was for Flower Beauty, right? So we are on MA. Love reading for the near future for MA. Okay. Your deck, Mr. O?
Okay, just a minute.
That's okay. Okay. I got to see the donation. Thank you so much, Alicia. We so appreciate it. So appreciate you. Couldn't come at a better time, honestly, to be honest with you. We're kind of gearing up for some expenses, and it's very, very helpful. Some business expenses. Whew. Anyway. October's a busy month for us, and so we're just trying to get everything together. All right.
Okay, so it's MA?
Yeah, and they wanted a love reading for the near future, and I said it's your deck.
All right, I'm going to use my Witch's Tarot by Ellen Cannon Reed.
All right, let's stir these Lenormand tiles up good. It's almost time to bring out my Halloween Lenormand, isn't it? I think I will next show. Not to mention, we'll bring the Shadowlands Lenormand back. I'm using the Shadowland Tarot as one of my decks. I saw that you're using the Dark Mansions Tarot for October, right? That's what you said, Violet? I like that deck. I never got that deck for myself, doggone it. I should put it on my wish list for my son to consider for Christmas for me. Huh. Okay.
Okay, so the first card is the reverse Seven of Swords. And the next card is the upright Six of Pentacles. And then that's followed by the King of Swords. So love reading for the future. Oh, well, first we must let the mice come out.
No, we don't want to, but they're there.
The birds and the mice.
Maybe the birds can shoo the mice away.
Something like that.
Anyway. Okay, so you have the Seven of Swords, and you got a couple of sword cards here. There may be some challenges that you're facing in the love or romance department. I think here that, you know, something is going to be revealed to you. Maybe somebody's true feelings, or maybe something that you need to know. If you're not in a relationship right now, you know, it might be just something that you need to know that might help you move forward, you know, with finding a new relationship. I'm looking at the next card, which is the
Six of Pentacles.
Yes, yes. I had something to say about that in combination with it. I don't know if these two fit together or not, but maybe, you know, like for example, if you are in a relationship right now, you know, this is good. You will be finding out something important to you about, you know, fairness in the relationship, equitability, things being on the level with each other. Maybe this is about everybody being leveling with each other and speaking truth. Maybe this is also about, you know, fairness in the relationship, you know, getting out of the relationship what you are giving and vice versa, making sure there is an even flow here. And I feel here too that maybe you could be moving, if you're not involved with somebody, you could be moving towards a relationship where things might be, you know, a lot better for you as far as, you know, how do I want to say this? Equitability goes, that, you know, you both seem to treat each other with respect and the love, you know, that you deserve, that you each deserve.
This Seven of Swords makes me feel that if it's not necessarily a secret, it's sort of the idea that maybe you have information about what you're looking at, where somebody was in the past, and maybe you're wondering if they've changed now, or maybe this is the situation coming to you that maybe the possible love interest represents somebody from your past who you may have known in that context. I sort of get the feeling like maybe you didn't, though. So I'm wondering if that is what it is. But there may be some questions there about what their motives really are. And what you will find maybe is that They want to be giving. They want to be giving. Maybe this indicates that in the past they might have been a semi-thorn, a semi-nemesis. Maybe they were somebody's, younger brother or sister that was sort of a pest. But maybe things are different now, for some reason. With the King of Swords, it seems like maybe this is a point for you, a decision to you, that maybe what ends up happening here is that this person presents the idea of, are you going to embrace this thing from your past or not? It's a question. Maybe this is a part of your past that you didn't expect to come back. The Seven of Swords reversed could indicate that maybe it was something you thought was over with in some respects.
I can't seem to move my thing to replace pin message. There we go.
Usually I do that.
Yeah. Well, I did it.
Okay. So did you want to catch up with me on the cards?
I do. So with the King of Swords, I feel here that, it's interesting. I almost feel like this could indicate somebody that's coming towards you. Sometimes the court cards, I don't always assign the genders to them necessarily, so male or female. This could be somebody that is coming towards you. It could be an air sign, and it could be somebody, again, who seems to me to be very, very fair-minded. Now, if you are in a relationship, this is indicating that this person is going to be making decisions that are, if they affect you, that are fair, balanced, objective. And I think it falls in line with that Six of Pentacles there, where you feel as though, things are more equitable and fair now, and there's a lot of give and take. This person is very fair-minded as well. They could be involved in legal or governmental jobs. They could be they could be a judge themselves, for example, or in law enforcement. They could be mature, a little bit older than perhaps you. I notice here, though, there is some difficulties with communication with the Lenormand. Mm-hmm. There's the birds and there's the mice. And so it's basically saying that sometimes, I think the problem here is, and maybe that Seven of Swords, maybe not necessarily not being truthful with one another, but there may be some things that people are holding back and stressing over instead of clearing the air and, letting, partners know what they need. So there may be some communication issues that may have to be worked out in this relationship.
Right, I can kind of see that too. And when I look at the Seven of Swords, it is about communication too, and about whether or not people are really being honest in some respects. And so this could be a further, chance saying that there is something that maybe does need to be cleared up. Maybe, as Banshee possibly suggests, the person is a little bit coy about their age because maybe they feel like, they're too old for you, or maybe they feel you'll feel that way. So something like that, that there might be a coyness. It's not deceptive per se, but maybe something that they're not comfortable with revealing right away. I don't think it's a big thing, but I think it's there in a way. It may be one of those things that pop up. So.
Well, MA, I think that, something looks possible for you. I just wish you luck with that. I don't know if this is relating to an existing relationship or somebody that you have your eye on now that you're interested in, or if this is something new coming towards you. But it looks pretty positive overall. Every relationship has their communication issues. Even from the start, it's best if you can get along and get on the same page. And, sometimes in the beginning of relationships, you're so busy trying to impress one another that, oftentimes, the truths remain hidden. And so, they need to come out. We need to be open and honest with each other so you truly get to know each other well.
Yeah, so I don't really know if this was relating to that last reading or not, Flower.
This is not Flower's reading, so I'm not sure what's going on here. This is MA's reading.
Okay, well.
We did Flowers already.
I see. So they're just commenting about their reading.
I hope so.
Okay.
There might be a delay, so I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I thought so too, but I kept looking at Flowers comments, and I thought maybe it's that one.
I saw it, but I wanted to finish up
All
with
right.
MA before.
So I was right. It was MA's reading.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that's what we have for you, MA. Flowers reading was a little bit more ambiguous. Like there's more work and things that need to be done. It's going to be a little bit, I don't know. Now I'm losing track, so I'm not going to go back to that one now.
I forget that some people are a little bit behind us in that delay thing.
Yeah. Which is why sometimes it takes a while to get questions. Selena wants a spirit love reading for the next 10 months.
Okay, that's sure.
And this is yours. Yep. Exactly.
Don't
exactly,
laugh.
Flower.
Don't laugh.
Now I think I get it. Hey, I get so confused. Well, this is a 10-month reading, so that's a long span of time. Let's see what we get for love. It's the Page of Swords upright.
You're welcome.
Hey, you are
Right.
welcome, Flower.
Page of Swords, upright.
Interestingly enough, that is followed by the Five of Wands upright
Okay.
and the Two of Wands reversed. What do you have?
My first Lenormand is the lady,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have the bouquet.
Well, I think something may be coming that will bring you some, and it will bring you some happiness. I'm just going to start right there with the Lenormand because there you are, Lena, and you're with the bouquet. The bouquet is about joy, happiness, harmony. It could be an invitation. It could be a date. Because what happens, for example, on a first date? Sometimes you get flowers. Sometimes you get something special from, that person who is trying to impress you. So, I'm not going to rule that out here. And I see the Page of Swords here, which could be a youthful kind of person. This could also indicate, though, communication and interacting with others, with someone, perhaps a romantic interest. But I noticed the Five of Wands is here. And, with the Five of Wands and the Page of Swords together, I tend to think communications might be a little bit stiff. They might be a little bit like, when you meet this person, you may feel that, well, maybe we don't have a lot in common. You may find a lot of things that you disagree about. But, sometimes opposites can attract. I'll just throw that out there. But I'm not sure how it's going to turn out because of the last card. I'll talk about that in a minute.
I do feel that that's what we're talking about, that maybe somebody that doesn't feel quite your match, but there may be something that's intriguing enough about them that you might entertain being a friend at least, or seeing where it's going to go. So I see that from the combination of the Page of Swords and the Five of Pentacles or Wands. And I'll just be honest and say that I think that maybe it's either an age or a maturity difference, that maybe they're a little bit more youthful or active-minded than you find yourself to be. But I think that they present basically as charming or willing to look into the idea that they want to be attractive to you or they want to attract you.
Yeah, that
So then
Two
it's
of
that final
Wands
one.
is a little bit disconcerting to me. It may indicate that ultimately this may not work out. You may, or maybe because of some of the disagreements you have, you guys may both want to try to work harder at finding common ground with one another if you can. Finding out where things click and where things don't, and if there is a future there. That's kind of the way I look at that.
It may be that ultimately they're torn away because they also need to succeed in other areas of their life, like business or something like that, their career. And so they may find a hard time really focusing on just working with the relationship when they also feel they're working on other goals too. So they may be distracted in a relationship, and you may find that that's either a part of their personality, or that it just kind of shows that maybe they're fair weather. You know, they're there sometimes, but they're not always there. And so the relationship may take a while to really get on firmer grounds, or it may not happen exactly the way you might think.
It's interesting all the way around, and I already covered the Lenormand. I don't know if Mr. O, did you cover that too?
What?
Or the Lenormand? Because I covered that.
I did in
Yeah.
so much passing.
So I think that's what we have for you. Something's going to start up in this 10-month period, and it may or may not last the test of time. Leaning towards possibly not. But it'll be interesting, and it will definitely be engaging, you know. I think so. Take it for what it is. It's a fresh start. It will, you know, I think in some ways it will be healthy for you. So it'll be good, you know, you'll learn a lot from this. So
All right.
good luck with that. And Mr. Maurice is up. Hello, Mr. M.
And Mr. Maurice asks an interesting question.
All right.
So,
Started working at different, oh, you did.
all right, good for you. We are hoping for the best.
Awesome. Yeah, we are hoping this is going to work out better for you.
I'm going to use my Olympus Tarot.
So far, you know, up to now, indications are it was. So let's see what the cards say now that you are there. It's reversed.
The first card is the Ace of Wands.
Oh, it's upright.
And it's upright. That's pretty fabulous, I think. The next card is the Lovers, which is also upright. And then the final card is the upright King of Pentacles.
Wow,
So
wait,
this is-
don't go on yet, because look at this.
Stork. Tree. Well, I don't know if
Your fortunes are changing.
you can take this one to the
Definitely.
bank or not, but it feels like there's a lot of success in what these cards are showing. The Ace of Wands himself says it's a new beginning, and it seems to be pointed towards enterprise, business, networking, finances. So it looks really good. It looks stable, like it's off to a good start.
Oh my goodness, the Ace of Wands. This is a great new beginning for you, and you feel it, don't you? Or you should be. You know, this is something that could be growthful for you, that will really start getting, it could be just a, you know, a bright new beginning. It's almost as if, even though you worked there before, this is like a fresh start.
It's a fresh start, and the Lovers upright there just sort of feels like you have found your partner, at least in terms of business or your career. Like, this feels like the right choice for you. This feels so good. This feels like it's emotionally supportive, or will become that way, and you feel like you really enjoy this. You love this in a way.
Well, emotionally, yes, but I think supportive is really a good word here, because I think it will support your aims and what your true goals were for this job. I remember, for example, you saying that you wanted it to help you get your finances in order, that maybe you could work more overtime there and stuff like that. And lo and behold, we have the King of Pentacles there. It's almost as if you're getting your financial house in order. Everything seems more under control. You're able to pull it all together, Mr. M. This is just a really fabulous reading.
It's really good.
You know, that Lover's card is also about this being the right choice for you, maybe at the right time. I mean, I don't want to gloss this over, make this sound like the greatest thing in the world, but it's the right choice for what you want right now in your life.
Yeah.
It all seems to fit. And remember, with that Ace of Wands, though, it's what you make of it. This isn't all just here. We're just going to lay things out for you. You're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to help this grow. And of course, if you want to get your financial house in order, all of that overtime pay or whatever you're trying to do has to go into getting your financial house in order. And look you've got the tree, you've got the stork. That indicates to me that this is going to be very growthful for you. This is a new beginning that promises growth.
Well, the King of Pentacles...
And roots. You can stay there a while.
The King of Pentacles itself says, you're going to achieve a sense of mastery over your finances, over managing what's important to you, whether it's your home, your workplace, your prosperity, all rolled into one, kind of that sense of being the master of your fate in a way. And the tree and the stork is only adding to the idea that you're going to probably be so growthful here that you're going to be able to spin off into a new project of some sort. Maybe you'll take your carpentry back out to modify it in certain ways and to even be more creative with that. Or maybe it's something else, but it really looks like, wow.
It's a great beginning. It really is. I mean, I'm looking at that stork in conjunction with that Ace of Wands. They just fit.
New beginning,
So, yeah. So, hey. Wishing you the best. I hope it's as good as it looks. So good luck with that.
Absolutely.
All right, Artie is up. Hi, Artie. Are you here?
You do.
You do.
Good for you.
Well, keep the positive attitude going, just feed it a lot of positive energy right now, so that hopefully it's just going to magnify.
You're welcome, Mr. Maurice.
Hey, you are welcome.
So while we're waiting for Artie, I will mention that, of course, the modality message came out yesterday. It's good for the whole month, and it's good for your modality signs, understanding what your powers are, how you interact with others, and how you can, arise to the challenges you have. So check that out. It's on our YouTube channel.
Okay, let's try one more time for Artie. You know what? I could use some water if you got a few more messages.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And of course, on Wednesdays is my Goth Tarot, where I look at the shadow sides of life. And with the Halloween season coming up, I'm hoping to interject a little bit more Goth spirit into Goth Tarot. Haven't decided for sure, but I have a whole bunch of new vampire tarot decks that I'm just waiting to figure out what I want to do with that. So check it out. Don't forget to watch our Your Weird Week Mondays at 9 a.m. where Banshee and I take on the happenings of the world, whether it's international, national, whether it's epic things like climate change, or whether it's political backstabbing stuff going on in any country, whether it's Russia, Ukraine war, whatever it is. Our cards will tell us if it's important enough to maybe figure out what's behind the scenes there. So check that out.
You might want to tell them that it's going to hurt soon.
And yes, Banshee says it's going to hurt soon. It's going to hurt real soon. And we're live in the chat room for that. That's all I got there for that. But it is a pre-recorded gathering where recording where we will talk about what are the issues in your life that you may need to have a little healthy, helping hand. And as soon as Banshee gets up, I think I'm going to go get some water. We may have to move on from Artie because Artie seems to have left us. So I'm wondering who the next person will be. Oh, that's Alicia. Why, thank you.
Maybe Artie felt they had to donate. Was he the one?
So, well, there were two people that mentioned it, but one was Alicia, I think. And we're doing the countdown. So Artie is gone, and we are not sure if Artie will be able to come back because we are already in our last hour, and we certainly have a number of other readings to get to.
Did you mention my show came out today?
Yes, the Materials Matters show did come out today. That was earlier at 10 o'clock. Banshee and I were present during the chat room. What's the good stuff coming in October, says Alicia. Well, I sure hope there is.
Hey, Alicia, I hope there is for you too. Okay.
And we
Is
thank
it
you
your
once
deck,
again for
Mr.
your
O?
donation.
It's my deck, isn't it?
I think it's your deck. But I
Yeah.
need some water real
It
quick.
is. Sorry about the water break. I should have had it earlier, but I was watching the Lions. And no, I didn't sneak a peek to see if they were winning. I'll just have to wait and see what the results were. My fingers are still crossed for them. Their next game is on Thursday night. They don't even get much rest. So hopefully I'll be able to watch some of Thursday night game. That usually goes till 11 o'clock at night. And we have a live show Thursday, but it doesn't go, our live show doesn't go till 11. All right. I would say it's dark light. In a way, I mean, there are shadow elements to the interpretations, but, the deck itself, you can be the judge. I'm using it right now. I kind of like the deck. I like Sasha Graham's work. So she's one of the, she's behind this deck, the writing of it.
We used it originally for the Unhappy Hour, and I liked it, but we moved on to another deck that
Right.
seemed to be more appropriate. But I thought it worked pretty good in that respect. You are always late, and we are sorry, but we've closed the list again because we already have our maximum number.
Yeah, we do.
I'm sorry
Sorry,
about that.
Beatrice. Take care. All right. So what good stuff is coming in October? Well, you're starting with the Eight of Swords. I think I almost want to take this one card at a time, but let's pull them all. Let's see. So the Eight of Swords is here, upright. The Fool is upright. And the Sun is upright. So a little burble in the road here, but go ahead. What do you got?
The Panda, the bear, and the Gentleman.
Whoa. So could it be love and romance? Maybe. Coming to you in October? Maybe. I'm not going to rule that out here. But let's take a look at things a little bit. That Eight of Swords, why is this here? Everything looks so positive. Before I even touch that Eight of Swords, let's try to figure out why it's here. I mean, first off, you have the Fool. Are you afraid of taking a risk, taking a chance, taking a gamble on something? The Fool says you are ready. You are ready, and you should the time is right for you to trust the universe will have your back. If you take a chance, a risk on something that is important to you in the month of October. Look, the Sun is there. It spells success. It's S-U-N, but it spells success. And positive energy and growth and enlightenment. So why are you surrounding yourself with a barrier? Why would you want to hold back from something that could be potentially, positive change for you? That Eight of Swords is something in here. Something in here that's saying, I'm not ready or I'm not worthy. Yes, you are.
Well, I'm wondering if some of this is transitionary too, like maybe October or in general starts off with this idea that your perception of yourself is that you don't know where you're going or you don't feel you have a path for you could go. But the reality is that you don't need to have a path per se because adventure is waiting for you, that you're going to forge your own path and that maybe you're the kind of person, swords are thinkers too, that clarity, mindfulness, that maybe wherever you go is really going to kind of pop out your course to you, that you're sort of a flow of thought person, a heat of the moment person, and that you're just waiting for something to really pop out at you and show you the way. And of course, The Sun is good tidings, is good knowledge. It's absolutely about finding out something that maybe really informs you in a certain way. I mean, maybe these things sort of are in a continuum from each other, because I could see how the Sun, the good luck of the Sun, the finding out things about the Sun informs your willingness to trust. There go those darn tiles. I'll pick them up in a minute. So it's really, a question of whether or not the Eight of Swords is maybe just a little bit of a harbinger that says, I do have a little bit of doubt, and sometimes I'm not sure, even when I'm faced with so much surety. So if there's anything else to clear up, it might just be what the Lenormand says. And of course, maybe this is saying that strength comes to you from a possible association with a friend or a person who helps you understand these things. Maybe it's actually just a part of yourself, but it could be somebody else. It could be an external. It could be about romance. It's not necessarily.
Well, the only reason I thought it could be about romance is because of the Fool. The Fool can sometimes indicate a new relationship, beginning a new adventure in love, as well as in other areas of your life. So there's not a lot here, though, that does indicate to me necessarily that it's romance. Although one could argue the Sun kind of has that, too. What?
Sorry, Kara.
Yeah.
You are too late, too.
Yeah, I don't know if Kara got that mixed up.
She
because
did.
We mentioned the happy hour was 4 p.m. on my Material Matters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at any rate, the situation here with the bottom is this. I noticed you're mentioning something there about going in employment for yourself. Maybe there's somebody who could encourage you, offer you some powerful advice here, Maybe even you could find a financial backer, because the Bear not only is about self-empowerment,
That's true.
it's about power finances, and it's about potentially getting, your finances in order. So if you are thinking of self-employment, or even leaving your job, you need to be in a good place financially in order to do so. So maybe you're going to get some good financial advice here that might help you determine if you're able to take this risk and move off on a new path to achieve success.
It almost feels like there's now a greater connection here, that we've worked through it, and that maybe what the Eight of Swords means is that it starts off with the initial idea that you're not really confident, but this thing is coming to you, and it may be about something that will change you financially, that gives you a new opportunity.
So in other words, maybe, you're questioning whether you should do the self-employment thing. Maybe try to get some advice. Try to get some advice from either people who are doing what you do, what you want to do, or, get some advice from a financial advisor on how to pull this off, or, some business advisor, or somebody that you trust their judgment, Maybe it's somebody, an old college professor, etc. Whatever the case may be. Maybe it's your father, somebody who can guide you.
It seems like if you are willing to take a chance and do something kind of different, that there is a modicum of success that seems to be able to follow you.
Pretty successful. So I have to say that's what's coming in October. We gave you some good news.
You'll have to let us know.
And you gave us something nice too. Thank you very much.
We thank you very much. Thank you.
And Preeti is up, I believe.
Preeti wanted a general reading, so I think we could just go ahead.
Wishing you success, Alicia. All right. So that was a Darkwood Tarot, Violet. You got some pictures there of it. I don't really think it's overly dark. Suggestively a little bit, but not overly. My ghost story one here, the ghosts one, what is it called? The Haunted House Tarot, is a bit more dark than Dark Woods. Well, I'm glad we could give you some good news. Hey, hopefully we're not out of the good news department yet, but some of our readings lately have been really testy, and my Material Matters show, I have to say, next week is not the best of weeks for most people. So, it's nice to have some really good positive readings today like we've been getting.
All right, so is it my deck?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, it is because I just did the dark woods. Very good, Violet. I think it's a good choice. A general read. Oh.
So it's the Nine of Swords reversed.
Nine of Swords? Okay.
Nine of Swords.
Got it.
It's the Princess of Cups upright.
Mm.
And it's the Fool upright.
Interesting, the Princess of Cups is there. Here, you'll see why in a minute.
All right.
Hmm.
Still really work there.
Boy, the Fool is coming out a bit lately, isn't it? So
Little
it's
bit, yeah.
here, and it came up in my Material Matters too, I think. Maybe it didn't. All right. The Nine of Swords reversed. You know, that's a real... Actually, everything in this reading is pretty good too, Preeti, for a general reading. I think basically overall, some of the stress and anxieties that you may have been experiencing recently, if things have been kind of chaotic in your life, or you have a feeling that they are, or you're worried about something, some of your stresses and worries are going to ease now. I feel here that you're going to feel a lot more balanced emotionally. Is that the page?
It's the Princess who would be the page.
That's what I thought. Okay. And it might be because you get some news or something that puts your mind at ease. It makes you feel happy, more joyful, like, that things are going to start looking up. And it may lead you in a completely new direction. It may make you feel like now is the perfect time to try something new, to do something different, to trust that everything could work out if you did. You know, sometimes we're always afraid of trying something new because we doubt ourselves, or we're afraid of what the outcome could be without even trying. And the problem with that is we never know until we try. We shouldn't make assumptions. If we feel strongly about something, we feel like the time is right, the time is right, and you should go for it and trust that things will work out.
When I look at that Nine of Swords, I sort of feel that maybe things have sort of been at a point of contention that has not totally taken that final step towards a confrontation. And now, of course, I feel it won't. That maybe if there were certain things that were dividing you with people or upset you about your interactions with people, they're stabilizing now. So you're getting along better with people, or you're resolving arguments that may have happened. It's possible that maybe the message of people really caring for each other despite having differences finally got through. And maybe what this means is that therefore the future looks better. The future looks like possibilities can unfold even if you didn't expect them, that things will seem to go with a flow and mostly towards what you're expecting, that you've gotten over things that may have been dividing you.
I look at that final, cards there. The woman, which could actually just be you, whatever sex, gender. It could be the Inquirer. I'm feeling this is about you, and I feel here that you know what, you're going to find out a lot about yourself should you take on a new challenge or goal at this time. I think you're going to find out what you are made of, basically, that maybe, if you've had some anxiety, stress, worries about being able to take on something new, what you're capable of. I think this will put it to rest, and you're going to find out a lot about yourself through this process.
The bottom Lenormand kind of indicates what maybe some of the cards on top are saying, which is that really you will really finally realize something about yourself, or you will realize what you need to. It's a sense of knowledge, but it's also a sense, I think, too, of where success will go for you, which is kind of what that other card was saying, is that once you resolve, certain animosities or come to understand where people really feel they're at with you, you're going to be freed in a way to move ahead and focus on yourself. I think that's what's coming, is resolving things that are holding you back.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Preeti. Wishing you the best.
And it looks like we're looking for Siama, but they have not shown up,
Oh.
so we're going to give them another moment and see.
Hey, Siama. Hope you're here.
If not, we have Sherry's question next,
Okay.
and we will move on
Well,
to it.
let's give Siama a moment, please, because of the delays.
So,
And
as
Angel-
mentioned, Happy Hour will be on at 4 p.m.
Yes.
on Saturday.
Eastern Standard Time. And Angel Rivera, you mentioned the Trick or Treat Tarot, and yeah, I of course saw your 10 decks, and I love that deck. I should be bringing it out. I'll probably be bringing it out for next week myself, starting to use it on the show. That's a nice, colorful, fun deck. I really like it.
Yes, with Halloween here, there's any number of decks that are going to just fall out on the table.
It's going to start getting spooky on my end. Some of them will be kind of gory, but, a lot of them will just be Halloween kind of themes. So, yeah. And I'll have the Haunted House, and probably I'll have the Ghost in Spirit one, too. My Ghosts in Spirit, if I can find it.
Well, I believe we've given Siama enough time.
Yeah, let's do the countdown, Violet.
And Sherry asks, what does Spirit want me to know at this time, please?
What
Yes,
does,
the Halloween Tarot will, of course, be used too.
no, it's, well, the Halloween Tarot, too. I do have that.
Yeah, we both have one.
We do. We both have that one.
Oh, goodness. We've
I
had that
think
one
one
for
of us won a
years.
deck. I think I might have won my deck at one of those focus raffles, I think.
We've had it for years.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does Spirit want Sherry to know what's coming next?
Okay, I brought out a Cyril Marchetti deck I'm trying to grab. Okay.
What does Spirit want her to know at this time? Is it my deck? No.
No, it's mine. Got the Tarot Grand Lux here.
Yeah, I have at least 6 Vampire Tarot decks.
Yeah, he'll be doing the vamp stuff a lot. But you have other stuff too. You have
I was
other
actually thinking I could
scary
just
stuff.
do like a different vampire card every day, but that would be kind of tedious, so I don't know that I'll do that.
Yeah, we must
Maybe
come
one
up
a
with
week.
something for Halloween.
Maybe one
I
a
don't
week.
think we're going to do Halloween haiku this year because hopefully, maybe I'll be getting our Halloween haiku book published by then. But we'll do something for Halloween season. Well, we've got the King of Swords upright. We got some royalty today for sure. We've been getting some court cards. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. And we have the Star upright.
And then with the Lenormand, we have the mice and the mountains.
Why are those there? Doggone it.
And that's kind of an interesting combination.
Okay. So the Spirit wants you to know at this time, please. Well, I think Spirit wants you to know that it's really important for you to make sure, and I feel like you will, but to make sure you're very clear-headed when you're making choices and decisions, and also if it involves other people in any way, to be fair, to be objective, to not be taking sides. Let's say you're in the middle of in the middle of a argument or debate. Look at both sides fairly and try to give them, the soundest judgment you can. The king is able to do that, generally. But I'm looking at that in conjunction with the Seven of Cups, which is next. The Seven of Cups reversed is saying you have a choice or decision to make about what's your next goals or what's your next strategy to obtain something you desire is going to be. And maybe that is what that King of Cups is all about. I'll stop right there before I hit I'm King of Swords. I'll stop right there before I hit the star. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to go all the way through this because, gosh,
Whoa.
Sherry, this seems like Spirit wants you to know something really powerful, important, magnanimous, whatever you want to call it, is about to happen. A choice presented to you, or a choice of that you realize you are making this choice. And it is really all about what that final card is, Spirit, that there's something happening that really promises a great destiny for you. I somehow feel like it's connected to maybe someone else, but it connects to you, like it's somebody else's thing that will shine on you. But that's just the feeling I'm getting from it.
It's hard for me to say if this is business or romance or, but it seems like it could be more career or goal oriented to me. But you're making an important choice or decision of some sort. And it's almost as if you've had options. You have options to consider here. But now it's time to narrow that focus, to pick one, And so that choice is yours, and yours to make alone. And it can bring you a lot of hope and optimism. You should be feeling good anyway that you have choices, That's the way I look at this situation, is that there are choices to make. Now, there is a caveat here with that Lenormand, which is why I was like, oh, why are they here? But when I look at the mountains and the mice, I kind of think, don't make mountains out of mice hills. Well, it's really molehills is the phrase. Don't make mountains out of molehills. In other words, don't make this more complicated than what it really is. This choice, in my mind, should be pretty cut and dry for you. And it will bring you a lot of hope, and it's like almost as if it's your destiny to make this choice. And maybe you will realize that. But sometimes we sweat the small stuff, we make things bigger than what they are. And maybe you're a little bit nervous about making a certain change or a transition in your life, but you should go for it.
Well, sometimes when you look at the Seven of Cups and it's upright, it feels like there's just too much going on for someone to focus on, and they feel like, I'm in a candy shop and I can't decide which candy I want to pick. Something like that. So it feels like maybe that has changed, but there's still that idea with the mountains and the mice that maybe this comes to at a time when you felt like really no choices could be clear because you're dealing with so many other little situations. But whatever this is, it just blows that out of the water, that the idea that suddenly something just sort of descends on you, the opportunity to make a clear choice after a lot of other things just didn't seem to be working out, and it's going to be for the best. And even if there is a little bit of consternation to go through, you realize there is something besides mice on the other side of that mountain. It may be money. It may be something else.
It could be romance. It could be something else. So good luck with that. Just trust yourself, trust that you can make this choice.
All right.
Good luck with that.
And Dex has already given us their message, so that's awesome.
And let's see. So October general, since September's closing. Yes, that's good. Violet, yes, we have that special one, as you know. We got for an anniversary gift for ourselves that 1 year that is autographed, that is...
You're welcome.
Got
Sherry.
Our names on all the cards, TFT, Tarot for Today. And it's got our astrological signs on the backs of the cards, right? It's so awesome that they did that for us.
Oh, yeah.
So we ordered that special. It cost us more, but it was our, 40th anniversary gift, right?
Has it really been? Yes, it has been. Yes.
So,
It's a really nice deck.
yep.
And we will probably use it maybe sometime during this next month. Who knows? Maybe.
So good for you. I think you'll enjoy that deck.
All right, decks.
Okay,
October
Dex,
General,
he
since
is going with
September
his
is close
deck.
to ending.
I just used mine.
All right, so let's see. What shall I use? I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot.
Well, that one's stuck. Boy, that one's... All right. Aha. Okay.
All right. So the first card is the Ten of Cups, but it's reversed. Indeed. The next card is the Emperor. I like the Joker looking around the corner. I might have something to say about that. And then the final card is the reverse Knight of Wands.
Oh, poo.
Oh, poo, in a way.
However,
Fox. Fox on the run. And the Stork. So, October General. Well, there may be something going on in your family or in your foundational sense of emotionality, friends, the people you hang out with, the scene you hang out with, coworkers if they're close enough, and you sort of feel like maybe there's a little bit of emotional turmoil or unhappiness, and maybe mostly because somebody doesn't feel they're in charge, the Emperor there, or maybe they feel they want to be more in charge. And of course, I'm looking at the Joker's face from around the corner, and I'm wondering if maybe this is an illusion of some sort, that the idea of control is not necessarily warranted. In fact, that maybe somebody feels unhappy, but they don't really have necessarily the appropriate way or feeling of being happy. And I say that because I'm looking at the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is reversed. This is representing the idea that maybe somebody feels they're not able to pursue something they really feel strongly about. So maybe what's going on is there's turmoil or there's unhappiness because somebody feels their way towards something is blocked. It might be an achievement, but could also be a person they're trying to approach, emotionally or otherwise. I know I kind of went off the deep end there, didn't I?
well, I'm looking at this a little differently, and I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. I feel the Emperor card, Dex Tros, is the key here. And I think it's for you. I think you are trying to regain control in a situation, or trying to find some measure of feeling like things are under control. It could be in the workplace. It could be in your interpersonal sphere, but for some reason, I don't know why I'm thinking it's work. It could be because of the letter Mond, which we'll get into in a minute. It's as if you really feel like there's just something environmentally, I feel like either it's with staff or, maybe the powers that be in the workplace that you're just not seeing eye to eye with. There may be a power struggle going on. The Knight of Wands, too, is about aggressive acts. I think of office politics, but I also think of people, even in our personal lives, who just get a little bit pushy, trying to push their own weight around, and it's causing some unhappiness. when I look at the stork, and see, this is why I was leaning towards employment, to let you know. When I see the stork and the fox together, it almost sounds like a new beginning, like a change of employment, or moving into something new career-wise, because the fox can be about that. But the fox could also be here to say, you need to handle this, you need to make a change and handle this smartly, you know? In other words, don't be a benevolent emperor here. You know, try to get this situation, whether it's in your personal life or whether it's in your business life, under control, but not by being pushy, you know, like this card,
Yeah.
domineering. Try to do it in a way that people will buy into it. So even if it's in the workplace, if there's something you can't do, to try to speak to, you know, bosses or your colleagues and saying, look at, you know, let's try to all get on the same page and work together in a harmonious manner and not be at each other's throats. We're all in this together. We all want to succeed.
This could be a snarky kind of personality, so don't be that person if you don't have to be that person. I mean, this could be a person that is really not applying the right ways to resolve conflicts or to lead a team if necessary. And so even if it is talking about a home life or something related to that, you know, that can pop up too. So you have to watch for that. Basically, it looks like some opportunity is going to come up, and you want to kind of, you know, tone down any parts of your personality that are maybe just too edgy at this time if it involves, you know, profiting from that opportunity or moving ahead on an opportunity.
So stork can be about change, a new beginning, making a move. You know, that could even be a physical move to new place to live. Wow. Awesome. Okay, so I see that it probably is about this. So I'm hoping that you can immediately set some boundaries or feel comfortable there, feel more comfortable there. So I wish you luck with that. Keep us posted. Come back for another reading.
We'd like to know more.
See where this is going to lead you. Congratulations on starting.
Good luck on your new
job.
Thanks, Dextrose.
Well, Angel Rivera, you are up.
And he asked kindly for an oracle.
We will kindly give you an oracle, absolutely.
You're welcome, Dextrose.
So what do I got here now? Why don't we go for the human spirit oracle?
You're welcome, Mr. Angel.
Be so excited getting my... Hey, you're welcome, Dex.
And now, see, Kara, because you were late, I know you're not here probably, but Sonny didn't want to come out. He said,
yeah, that's why Sonny wasn't here.
It's your fault.
Oh. Yeah, but Sonny's let Kara down too.
What is that oracle again? The Human Spirit Oracle.
Oh, it's the Human Spirit Oracle. You can hold that up. By Jenna Della Grattaglia. Grattaglia, I think, yes. Yeah, I don't know what's up with him lately. He's moody as heck. He's very clingy. Mr. O noticed yesterday how clingy he was to me, right?
Yeah, he was really being very affectionate earlier today too. So I'm surprised he's not here. I hope he's feeling okay or something.
Well, it wasn't him you were wondering about.
Oh, Kara is still here.
Kara's still here.
Did I say something bad? I hope I didn't. I said it was your fault that he wasn't here. I'm sorry.
He didn't mean it, or did he? Now, these can be read reversed,
Scorpio, so you never
I think. I'm going to double check that. Yes, there is reversed. So, I'm possible is reversed. Is that number 18, I think?
Yes, it's number 18.
Thank you.
I'm possible.
Where am I? I'm on 23. Where's 18? I'm possible.
Oh, okay. You mean I'm not your best friend? I thought I was.
Oh, jeez.
As a Scorpio, I'm everyone's best friend, whether they realize it or not.
Are you going to do some Lenormand?
I just may.
Okay.
Are you my best friend? Yes, you are.
You better answer that question, your own question there. All right. It's easier to commiserate than celebrate. What are you telling yourself today? Are you filled with self-doubt, feeling less than? We all have been here, but let's focus on something positive. Maybe something happened to you in life or someone said something negative and hurtful. We are asking you to look at yourself in the mirror. Find one thing today that you love about yourself, physical or otherwise, and just make a lovely, kind mantra or affirmation about this aspect. Then repeat it 9 times. Woo! Hey, and you know what? 18, 8, and 1 is 9. That's right.
I saw
we
that.
hope that soon you know you are very possible and your self-confidence will be through the roof. So I guess this is about, boosting your self-confidence level. In other words, you'd rather work with others because maybe you're doubting your own ability to take something on yourself at this time.
Take it like a man.
Oh my gosh.
Whip it good. I have moved to the naughty portion.
Maybe this is just saying this is a little tough love here for you today, Angel. But loving yourself does not have to be tough. Trusting yourself does not have to be tough. You need to be a little bit more confident in taking the initiative and not waiting to maybe just jump in on somebody else's bandwagon and volunteer. Like, for example, I almost think that's what this card is talking about. This idea that you're not ready to spearhead things on your own because you're not confident enough. You need to crack the whip on yourself there and, banish that thought from your mind. And maybe do something that's a little tough for you. Maybe challenge yourself with taking the lead on a project or goal, or doing something on your own, that maybe you felt you could not do without the help of others. Anything to add to that? Other than take it like a man? Uh-oh, what is he saying?
You liked it enough to repeat it.
Oh, no. That's it? That's all you got?
It. No, I feel that it's just a really strong idea that sometimes you do have to really do it for yourself. It's on you.
It's on you. And it is possible. It's not impossible. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Angel.
Oh, my goodness.
Gotta keep moving.
Gotta keep moving. We're
And
doing
I think
fine
dark
here.
is up.
We are on dark.
And you're welcome. So we are looking for dark. Oh my goodness, we're almost into overtime.
That's all right. We
I
do
know.
not have that many left. Relax, Mr. O.
I'm relaxed.
We had a birthday reading today. I think we would have been pretty close without that. Especially since a couple people left, so. Don't leave us in the dark, dark. I hope you're typing your question right now. Okay. Let's move on to Foxy. Hey, Foxy, are you here?
Hi, Foxy.
Or did you post a question?
I don't remember.
Oh, I gotta stop yawning. What's up with that?
It means you're tired.
It does. I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't. I woke up quite a bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I got up that one time. It was in the earlier.
I noticed that, and I also noticed that I didn't know when you got up, but I heard you get up to go downstairs too. I heard that.
That was right around 7, just after 7.
Okay.
All right, so we'll give Foxy a moment, but it may be that we're going to clean up this list real quick. So just a reminder, happy hour will be at 4 p.m. this next Saturday. I'm working in the morning, so we will do it in the evening. 4 p.m., Kara, happy hour.
Oh dear.
And we don't know when, but the unhappy hour will be within a week to 10 days or so. So as soon as we know that, we will announce that.
Kara, if he keeps picking on you, I'm just going to have to draw a card for you.
Pick.
At the end, so that maybe you'll get a card today if everybody leaves.
There you go. Use your telepathy to make everyone leave.
No, don't do that. Oh my gosh, this is the fourth person who has bailed on us today.
What's wrong?
Scorpio, are you here?
Scorpio
Yay!
right there, yes! Scorpio after my own heart. I told Robert that what we had going between us wasn't working for me anymore, that it was causing more hurt and I needed more. Will he eventually come forward with commitment?
I'm not going to do a yes/no. I want to throw 3 cards on that. Let's see what we get. Let's see what factors may be at play here.
Thank you for your patience and waiting for us too, Scorpio.
Kara, I think we can do an oracle card for you at the end. I'm going to do it.
But just one.
Everybody left. Just one.
Well, we always say that too, and sometimes people do. I think a lot of times people don't want to leave something there that they might feel like somebody's going to screen grab and, do something with it. I have no idea, but I notice a lot of times people delete a message they wrote at different times, either before or after we actually did the question or not. So I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Well, Scorpio.
We're still coming up to you, Rajmi.
Yeah, you'll be next, Rashmi. Well, Scorpio.
Oh, we're sorry, Foxy.
We had to pass you. The Hanged Man is reversed. We're going to add Foxy back in. I'm going to do it, but you'll have to go after Rashmi now, Foxy, so hang in there. And Kara, I will still give you an oracle. Mr. O's going to be mad
Scorpio.
at me. And the list is closed after that.
I know you stay because you like the show. Thank you.
The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is upright because the Hanged Man is saying here that maybe they're really giving this a lot of thought right now. I wanted to get that out there. I see it. But we have the Ten of Swords here.
Oh, dear.
Not liking that.
I don't
And
like that.
we have the Five of Wands reversed. I'm not so sure about that either.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I wonder if, you may have been well, put those other ones out there. I want to see that. Oh. Okay.
The Book and the Birds.
Scorpio, you probably did this with the right intentions for yourself, You realize that you had to do what you're doing. You had to do this because it wasn't working for you anymore. So now Robert is left giving this a lot of careful thought, He should be trying to be objective in this matter and looking at things and where he sees himself going. If he is ready to make this commitment at this time. But I sense here that for whatever reasons, he feels betrayed. Did you get that?
He stabbed him in the back is how he feels.
He feels he's been stabbed or struck by this hard. So he's trying to figure out how he wants to land on his feet again. And don't you dare have recriminations over this. We can't control how other people feel, you know. You did what you had to do, and it's just how he's taking it. And the Five of Wands reversed indicates here that he might be feeling that maybe he can't make the commitment at this time. Maybe he feels like this would be, you know, just because of what has transpired and maybe the harm that he has done already to you, as you've said, it's become hurtful, that it's time to move on.
They may feel that way. They also may feel that there's just a lot of friction here, and they may have really raw feelings, so they may not totally know exactly how they feel. They do feel like maybe somehow, you kind of were trying to pin them down.
Oh my gosh, what a good analogy. Yeah.
And they didn't go with it, But ultimately, it is true, though, that they are considering this to some degree. They are looking at it as a, am I better with, am I better without? Is the glass full? Is it half empty? And they are sort of going through some recriminations of their own,
Now, for the Lenormand, I feel like he is going to communicate with you about this, and you're going to find something out. Something's going to be revealed to you. But, the birds can be sometimes negative, sometimes positive. And the book is kind of a neutral card. So I feel like here, what you find out, you're really going to have to think about and really give thought to, really dive into what he's trying to tell you, to get to the bottom and to get to the heart of the matter. In other words, he might be being evasive, or he might be stretching truths a bit. Whatever the case may be, look at this very carefully, whatever he's saying and presenting to you. But if he chooses to move on, if he decides that this argument is worth, you may just find it out and decide, yeah, then I have to just accept that.
Well, the birds sometimes represent chatter, and so sometimes that could mean the grapevine,
You might find it out some other way.
Hearing about it some other way, and of course that attaches a possibility of being dubious. Somebody might have their own reasons to not tell you the full truth or to bend the truth, as we talked about. But on the other hand, I look at that book and I say, like, there's that old song from the 50s, Who Wrote the Book of Love? And I'm wondering if, you might hear through the grapevine either that they have, in fact, moved on or that they are pining away. It's got to be one or the other. I sort of feel like they may hold on, but I could also see where maybe they're going to wait for something more from you or something more from somewhere else that will pull them in another direction. So I don't necessarily feel that it's a given that they're going to come back, not without some sort of prodding or something else happening.
Okay, so that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that.
Yeah, you should ask us again maybe.
Absolutely.
When more things might turn up.
Good luck with that.
Okay,
Look who's here!
Aw.
Look who's here for all who want him.
Kara,
Sonny
did you
has
do
arrived.
it? Kara must have done it, right? Hi, Sonny. Hi, Sonny.
Sonny says, you're going into overtime again? I'm in.
Okay, so which person is next?
Rashmi.
Okay, so hang in there. We have your question, Foxy.
We have your question, Foxy, but we're taking Rashmi first. Where? Oh, posted it. Okay, where is that?
Rashmi did post it. I saw it somewhere.
There it is. What does Durendra think about me?
All right.
Your deck.
Okay. I'm going to use the 13 again.
Yeah, don't delete it at this point, Foxy. We'll see it there.
Thank you for the question, Rashmi.
Oops, I think she... Okay.
Who's the good boy? Who's the good boy? All right, so what does Dhirenda think of you?
Dhirendra.
The first one is the reversed Ace of Cups, followed by the Devil, and that one's upright,
That's a bizarre combination.
and followed by the Moon,
Upright?
upright.
Well, I'm going to let you go.
Well, that first card doesn't look very nice because it's the Ace of Cups reversed. And so Dhira may think that it started poorly, or that it didn't start well, or that there is something, wrong about knowing you in a way. You're just asking generally what they think of you. And so we don't have the idea of whether or not there was an actual relationship. But I think what they think of you maybe is that maybe they feel you would be slow to start an emotional involvement, or maybe they think that you're not interested in starting an emotional involvement, something like that. The Ace of Cups talks about delays, maybe in emotional matters in love or relationships, or something that didn't start off well and may not necessarily pull out.
Well, if you've just met this person or know them, I feel as though love is not here yet, romantic love. There's not a sense of that at this time. It may be that it just needs more time to happen or develop those type of feelings. That's what I'm thinking. What's the second card
So
again?
the card of the Devil is the second card, and maybe this is a feeling too that even though they might feel what we said about the first card, that maybe they sort of feel captivated in a certain way, or they sort of feel like they are bespelled, or they are sort of smitten in a certain way, but they sort of feel like it creates a helpless feeling, like they're compelled, or they don't feel they're necessarily in charge of their emotions, is what it feels like.
There may be I could see an attraction, but considering the first card, I'm almost thinking that this is saying right now, they just are, they feel like they're, I can't put it together. What's the third card? I
The
want to know
moon.
the third card.
Upright.
The moon. Okay. Moon is here too. I think on some level with the Devil card, they're feeling as though they may feel like their feelings are kind of locked up right now. I wonder here if, maybe they've gone through some other scenario or situation of disappointment in love that's making them kind of blocked right now as far as expressing, emotional love at this time. I don't know why I'm going that route. I understand what you feel about
Sure.
the infatuation, but since love is not there with the Ace of Cups, I can't quite do that.
Well, maybe they feel trapped in some respect. There's a sort of a sense of being captive by the Devil too. Sort of.
That's why I'm thinking something is blocking their ability to really, embrace love in a relationship.
Is it what
at
they
this
don't
time.
know?
Well,
The
the moon
moon?
is upright, and I feel here there's a mystery about this whole thing. I don't know how much you know about Dhirendra, but there seems to be something yet to be revealed about her that maybe will make you understand more as to why, she's not feeling love for you at this time. I think the moon can be about mystery and things that are yet to be revealed. And so there's something here, there's uncertainty here. There's definitely some uncertainty, and it may be that it's not that she hates you, it's that she's not expressing love for you at this time. And there may be some blockage or some reason for that is yet to be uncovered or revealed.
Well, it could be that the Devil presents the idea that there's a mystery about you that they don't understand, that's combining with the moon, that the idea that maybe they mostly need to understand or see you more in a different light to maybe have actual developed feelings or concept about you.
Interesting combination.
Okay, not in love or any relationship. Okay.
Interesting combination here.
So in the Lenormand we get the House and the Rider. So it's good to know that this is not about a relationship. They still could be feeling like maybe there's something, that is sort of like a radar thing. Like maybe they're wondering, what you are up to. That's the moon in a way. And then the devil is saying, maybe there's dark things there that they don't know, selfishness, stubbornness, things that are not desirable qualities. They may be feeling these things, but they don't really know them.
In time, there could be something that could happen or develop, but I'm not certain. I'm really not certain. And when I look at the Rider in the house, I can't help but wonder if Durendra might be making a move of some sort, moving further away, or, making some kind of move towards more comfort and security in her life, or in their life, if nothing else. I should say in their life.
Or that this is what they think of you, that you are in that movement zone towards finding a comfortable home or finding a comfortable family or situation to have around you.
Maybe.
What was about their thoughts?
I understand that, but I don't think it applied.
Okay.
I think it just applied to something they're doing, and maybe that's why they're not getting close, is the other factor here. I know we talk about thoughts and feelings, but sometimes there are outside forces that have to do with the thoughts and feelings. So let's say somebody is going to move far away. Then their thoughts are not going to be on you. Their thoughts are going to be on their new life somewhere else. So I'm just throwing that out there as a possibility. Maybe they're making a move towards more comfort and security in their lives before they can commit to anything, or, break those bonds that are stopping them from feeling or bringing love into their life right now.
Sometimes the thing about the devil, too, is that it sort of feels like somebody is held against their will, or somebody is held or prevented from doing a certain motion. So maybe, if this is about Dehendra's feeling about you, maybe they feel you are not able to fully enact on what it is you would have. So maybe they are waiting for you to make more moves if it is going towards a relationship, or maybe they're just wondering what it is, that interests you to do.
To answer your question, I would say he's not there. He's not thinking about you in a romantic sense right now, and if at all. I think that they may have their thoughts on other things in their life right now. That's kind of the way it looks to me. It's just, I would have to say they're not really focused on you.
They may be focused more on a personal project of some sort, is what it kind of looks like.
I think it could be some major move in their life. If it's not a physical move, it could be career, it could be something else, school, whatever the case may be. But there's something going on, and it involves their stability and security. So I think they're very much focused on themselves right now. And it might be, like I said, because they feel blocked from showing emotion right now.
Right. So the Ace of Cups reverse could be indicating themselves that maybe
Right.
they are not seeing themselves being in any kind of romantic relationship at this time.
That's the best we can do. Sometimes the cards are a little vague. I will say that.
You're welcome to come back and ask again.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Good luck. All right, so it looks like it's Foxy.
Foxy wanted to know about school choices.
School
Should
choices,
she go
hey.
to Cal Poly, Pomona, or a different university?
Proud of you going to school, Foxy. You definitely should go to school.
Do 2 and 2 on that.
All right.
So it'll be Cal Poly or someplace different.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're very welcome. Sorry I couldn't get too specific. Sometimes we're kind of tied into the cards that are pulled.
Yes, good for you. Good for you, Foxy.
All right, here's Cal Poly. We have the Knight of Swords reversed.
Knight
my
of Swords
goodness.
reversed.
But don't get all upset about the reversals. For the other university, it's the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Five of Wands reversed for Cal Poly, Mr. O. Oh. And Death upright for someplace else.
Okay, this is interesting.
It is.
I pulled 2 for Kalpona
That's an institution. Yeah.
and the key.
Yeah. Wow, mixed bag.
Mixed bag for sure, Foxy. And then those 2, Ship and Cross, which I'm getting a specific idea about that.
This is tough because I was leaning towards the other until he did that.
You know.
But let's take a look here because it's not a bed of roses either way. What I would suggest to you though with Cal Poly, you know,
Got to be very competitive.
it's going to be a very competitive environment for you, and you really are going to have to be, you know,
Focus.
really sharp there. You know, it shows that you may struggle a little bit mentally. You'll be mentally challenged here, you know. And I don't mean that in a, you know, emotional sense. That
It
you're gonna
seems
go
like
off
there's
the
a
deep,
pace that you'll have to keep up with.
yeah, that you're going to go off the deep end or anything like that. When I mean it, I mean it's a pace, but it's also the studies. They're going to be challenging. And, you know, with the Five of Wands here reversed, that's where, like, the competitive stuff comes in here. You may feel like, wow, you know, am I really up for this? Because everybody else is... What?
I'm talking to somebody.
You pointed at me.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I went like that.
Oh, okay.
But I could use that for you now.
Why don't you go ahead? I've lost my thought.
Okay, well, I was engaged in a conversation.
Yeah, I understand. So,
No, you don't. Okay, well, like I said, I think the Knight of Swords presents the idea reverse that there's a real fast pace. It's not just studying, it's tests and everything else, college life and everything else. The Five of Wands sort of gives the idea that there's a lot of competition there. However, that key in that tower seems to indicate that maybe there's something special about this place, or that there's something special, you know, for you to be there at that time. Okay, I did that one. Do you want me to
I'm
go
in
into
a
the next one?
conversation with Sunny. All right. Yeah, basically with Cal Poly, it's like I said, it's going to be a very, and it's like he said, I really can't go much further with that. He is going to be very, it is going to be a very competitive environment. Are you up for this challenge? Are you up for what it's going to take out of you mentally? You may find it mentally stimulating, but maybe overly so. And I'll tell you what, the key with the institution there indicates to me this is really something, maybe it's more where you're leaning at, right? This is the place that maybe you want to go.
Okay. Well, it's the one mentioned by name.
And let's see about other places. Other places, to me, with the Queen of Pentacles here, indicates that money might be a factor. You know, that, and also your comfort zone, finding the match that will be truly comfortable for you and the one that you feel you will get the most bang for your buck. Death indicates that maybe you would have to change some of your plans or your focus in some way if you go somewhere else, that maybe there's something that you would have to radically change in order to do that. And I think a move to some other place might cause you more grief than it's worth.
Right. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I'm thinking that even if it isn't as prestigious as others, there may be more to do that would really bog you down, the Queen of Pentacles, or you would feel like you are not really working to your best advantage or benefit. It would represent a big change for you. There could still be something positive about that change, because change is usually positive, but it's not necessarily, maybe the change is the fact that it would end up being harder for you in terms of what you thought.
I feel like you'll have some discomfort there. Like maybe it's, where you'd live, whether it's on campus or off campus housing, something like that too. Your comfort zone is not the same. This one is going to be a lot more mentally challenging for you, but I almost feel like you should go with the first choice if you can.
I'm feeling that way too, Foxy, because I feel that, like you said, you would be able to handle it. The Knight of Swords and the Five of Wands, both reversed, don't indicate outcome so much as the process, that it would be heady and involved and challenging, and that there would be a lot of activity and competition. But there's no reason why, if you didn't decide to focus, and if you do have those academic chops, you wouldn't be able to do that. So that Pomona,
whatever, yes, Cal Poly.
I don't know universities like anything, would be the better choice.
So death is usually not a bad card. And in this case, I still don't think it is. But something about the changes that you would have to make would cause too much upheaval to you in some way. And I'm getting that from the cross, because the cross is long-term grief and worries and stress. And the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. It's as if you can't pull it together there. Something's making you very uncomfortable there. So that is why I'm leaning with number one. I think number one is the better choice for you in this case. And I wish you luck with that.
And I like what you said about Matt and
I
the way
saw
you matched.
that
So seems like that's probably the way it was going to work out.
Yeah, I guess our cards are right again. I know we've been kind of pooping on, some of your relationship choices, but the cards sometimes call them like they see them.
And that means it's Kara's turn.
Okay, Kara, you know what? For you, I am going to pull one of the Mabon Oracle deck cards. Let's see what we get. That's just for you. Look up at the camera, Sunman. Kara wants to say hi. Yes, he decided to visit us in overtime, Angel. Well, we read for Kara. Mr. O will pick your card. Choose wisely. The Ghost Whisperer. Uh-oh. I'm not sure about this one.
It's Sunman.
Perhaps Mr. O will want to pick a Lenormand. What number is that Ghost Whisperer? Oh, I went right to it. I went right to it. It's the keywords are messages, warnings,
you're welcome, Foxy,
and guidance. And I really think the emphasis with this card is on warnings, Kara. Be still in the whispers that ebb and flow through silence. Your higher self chose this card because it represents the receipt of messages, especially those that come from someone in your past. You may have a chance to find closure, or you might reconnect with someone who was once meaningful to you. Have you been thinking about someone in particular? Perhaps an ex or an old flame has entered your mind recently, so consider reaching out to them. They may need to speak with you about something important, but don't have a way of contacting you. A simple conversation, even just small talk, can open your eyes to a clever solution to a problem that has plagued you. The person may become a permanent fixture in your life when pulled with a different card, which we are not doing. So I don't think that's in play here. But let me read the rest of this. Oh, it says if it came up reversed. Did it come up reversed?
No.
Okay, so it is not a warning. It is not a warning. I didn't realize they have reversals for this. Actually, that might be one of the few that does. So, what do you got?
The book and the Whip. Crack
Well,
the
I
books.
think you're going to find out something pretty quickly about somebody from your past who may want to reconnect with you again. Maybe this is going to come from somebody else, who's going to act as an intermediary. Maybe they've been trying, this other person has been trying to contact you but doesn't know how, or if they should, if there was a real falling out with this person, and this other person might act as an intermediary and try to connect you back up. Now, the choice is really yours as to whether you want to rekindle or restore or even make closure with this connection again. Sometimes it's better to let sleeping dogs lie. So it's sleeping cats lie. So it's up to you what you truly want to do.
With the Lenormand, it just seems that you may have to move quickly once you have made this determination. That's all I'm really getting from that it is about finding out more that possibly would help you. But it's something that may be fleeting in that, it's like an opportunity that presents itself and then it's gone.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Is he on my card? Silly boy. He wants to keep it. Don't scratch my card. Yeah, nice, Mr. O. It did not scratch. It's okay. All right, Violet Lotus, you are up. At long last. Thank everybody who stayed for the readings today. We hope everybody enjoyed them. And you got a little dose of Sunny as well, right at the end if you stayed. Aw, little sun.
Well, men are dogs, basically. I don't care if their name is Matt.
Here comes the evil side. This is the side you don't like. Give me that back. Give me that back.
Okay, I'll use the Olympus Tarot for your question.
Okay, on the anger of that residual anger. Okay. Uncle Alan is the one to ask for advice. I agree. Okay. Having problems with that camera, aren't we? Is it the tripod again?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it seems like you've been adjusting it much.
It's just a matter of adjusting it, that's all.
Okay.
It's the reverse Ten of Pentacles. And the reverse Queen of Pentacles.
Wow.
And the upright Magician.
That's the good news here.
The Stork. The Snake.
Well, if nothing else, I have to say that, it's complicated. And I feel here, what does Uncle Alan say about the residual anger? He understands that this anger stems from the loss of, a sense of roots, where are your roots? It seems like, yeah, you've let your family go. You may feel you've come to terms to that, but there's got to be some anger and resentment in not having that anchor that family can be for people, that stability that is provided in harmonious environments, from a healthy family life. And what was that other one again? It's a Pentacle to Queen
The
of
middle
Pentacles.
one?
Yeah, the Queen.
Thank you. That's
The
the Queen.
Queen of Pentacles reversed. And Uncle Alan also realizes how, this has unsettled your life and made you constantly having to, heal yourself, to take care of yourself, to provide yourself with the self-care because family has not been there to support you. So this anger and resentment, I think at least from Uncle Alan's perspective, is related to that, is related to the fact that, the anchor of family and what families can do to support each other was taken away from you. And, your mother's a lot to blame for that. And, in a sense, could that be your mother and not you, that Queen of Pentacles there? Somebody who is more cold and bitter and who can't, heal herself. And ultimately, though, Uncle Alan feels that you can be the master over this. You have a strong will, you have a strong desire to, succeed in life and go beyond the barriers and the things that your family tried to put in front of you.
When I look at the ship in the Queen of Pentacles and I realize it's upside down, I sort of get the sense that it's a floundering ship. It's a ship that's at distress. And so I do think that maybe this doesn't pertain to you as much as it pertains to your mom or the situation with your mom, that basically she's lost at sea, if you want to look at it from that kind of symbol or metaphor, and that there's very little you can do other than take that idea of the Queen of Pentacles reversed of self-care. Work on yourself is Uncle Alan's guidance, especially on your willpower. And the Magician is holding a mask here, and I think it's a sign of saying that sometimes you have to figure out what is the mask you're going to wear when you are dealing with situations that call for this guidance or call for a different kind of approach. And so learn how to not necessarily show what those feelings really are on the outside. Keep them more for yourself and your own self-analysis, or for people who you can relate to. But in terms of your everyday dealings, you may want to mask in a certain way or shield in a certain way. I think that's what that's saying. Did you do the Lenormand yet?
No, I'm still floundering with that a little. But what I would say also for the Magician is that, you can manifest the life you want despite all of this. Despite the anger. And also, I think what he's trying to say is that you really can master this anger. It's not something, maybe you're still holding on to it. Who can blame you? It's valid, but you can master over it. It's not something that will overcome you. You can control and tame that beast. What's concerning me, though, is the snake and the stork. And I'm trying to figure out here, where's this betrayal? What does this mean, or this deception? Is it a self-deception that, this is never going to go away and you're never going to have a new beginning where you can change? I think that's a self-deception. But I also feel here that, I don't know. What do you think? I want to hear what you've got on that.
Well, when I look at the snake there before the stork,
yeah,
the feeling is that there's a sense here of deceptions, and maybe some of this is some of your conclusions. Maybe some of your conclusions aren't exactly right, but until you really deal with that, and I'm not saying that you have to change them totally, but you might just have to understand, why do you feel this way? Why do you feel you were deceived for so many years in certain respects? Once you can answer those questions or come to peace with that, then you can really be that stork that flies off. And yeah, my nose is itching. It must be this guy.
Well, you know, I suddenly had a little epiphany on that one, and I feel here that, you know what? Maybe Uncle Alan is trying to tell you that you're going to have to live with a little bit of that anger. You know, we would like to say we could eliminate some of the things in our lives that have caused us pain, that we could totally eliminate that pain, we could totally eliminate that anger, we could totally eliminate that resentment. But maybe that's the deception here. He wants to change your thoughts on that a little bit, and that's where the stork comes in. Start fresh with thinking that, yeah, I have some anger over this, but I'm not going to let my anger ever control me. You know, I am in control of my anger, and I have a right to be angry about some things that happened in my life. Maybe Uncle Alan is saying you have a right to carry some of that anger with you. You know, just don't let it become toxic. Anger isn't always toxic. Anger sometimes creates an environment for us to do better, to be better. So make sure you have a constructive use for that anger.
Okay.
So that's what I think is going on there. That one, I had to think about that one a little bit, but I feel comfortable with that. So I wish you luck, Violet Lotus. Uncle Alan, always coming up with the advice. This time he made it a little tough for me, though. All right. Well, hey, everybody. We're well into overtime. I got to go see if the Lions won or not. I'm excited about that. I'm hoping they did because I really want them to have a good season. Thanks for the great readings today. We're glad we gave out some good ones. We can't always give out all good ones. It just depends where the cards take us.
We had a really nice donation from someone.
Oh, my goodness.
We're
Alicia, thank you again for your donation. If you're here, if you're not, thank you. And we will see you all very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.